Hello traders, investors, everybody. Good afternoon. It is 4 p.m. 10th October 2021, 4 p.m. and we are meeting as usual for this exciting chart whisper session. Okay, good evening. Usually we meet at 11 a.m. but today I was not ready, so I decided we should go for 4 p.m. Now I'm ready with my charts and all the analysis has been done for you, and I've generated great trading stocks, trading ideas for the coming week. Good evening. Yes, let's wait for a few more seconds so that everybody joins in. Okay, let me show you the chart of Nifty. Okay, for those who are new, Chart Whispers is a weekly session that we do every Sunday, and I discuss my trading ideas with you with analysis, the exact plan. We share the stop loss, we share the entry price, we understand about the targets. We also discuss risk management, psychology, everything, right? All things pertaining to trading are discussed in this Chart Whispers session. And not only I give you the trading ideas, right? The very important thing is we follow up on those ideas. The ideas which are discussed, the stocks which were discussed in the previous Chart Whispers sessions, if the stop loss has been hit or if the target has been hit, whether it's profitable or whether it is loss making, everything is discussed. Everything will be discussed in the current session, right? So it is an ongoing series where we discuss new ideas as well as follow up on the older ones. Chalo. Let's now start with the chart of Nifty. Here it is. Nifty's daily chart on your screen. Nifty is completely unstoppable, right? Completely unstoppable. Clean uptrend, right? Clean uptrend. The only point of concern here is this two heavy negative candles, right? But the same has been the case before also. There has been cases where we had found such big red candles and we thought that these are the points of concern, right? But once again, once again we expect that the Nifty has to break out of these levels. Now the resistance that is in play is simply 18,000, right? 18,000 is the resistance. Just a minute. 18,000 is a clean resistance. A lot of call writing has taken place at 18,000, which is obvious. Now you see long-term option traders, like monthly option sellers, people who like to go long, who sell monthly options, right? December options or March options, 3 months or 6 months down the line, they sell the options. They must have written they must have sold lots of calls at 18,000. They would have never predicted the markets will be so crazy, right? So obviously they'll be making lots of losses, right? And that's how it is with markets, right? If you are options seller, right, you have to be very careful, right? Because the accuracy, the hit rate of option selling is very high, right? But once your trade goes wrong, you have to be very quick to identify that and get out of it, right? If you fight against the market in such cases also, right, then you will be smashed out. All the gains that you have earned over the years in option selling will be wiped out in just 1 year or maybe few months, right? So you have to be careful here. So lots of option sellers will be making losses in this year who have who are long-term option sellers. I'm talking about long-term option sellers, right? They will be making lots of losses this year. So that's how it is. Okay. Now let's talk about the stocks which, okay, The first thing I'd like to clarify is if you are asking same query again and again, I will simply block you out of this session, right? Because then if you do that, I will not be able to look at the queries posted by other members, right? So this is the last warning. Few members are doing that. I'll be blocking you out. Please do not do that. I'll take up your queries after I am done with my discussions. Now, stocks that I have to talk about. Just a minute. First of all, let's discuss about the stocks which were taken up in the previous session, and either the stop loss has been hit or the target has been hit. Let us discuss. IndusInd Bank, I hope you remember a very clean trading idea was given, right? This was a clean breakout. Price fell back with low volumes, and we had this good doji candle at the breakout area. And what I said was you can buy above the high of this candle, right? This was the trading idea that was given. And on the very next day, that is on Monday, right? On Monday, 4th of October, right? The stock breached the high, and I say the target is this. This was a very high risk reward trade, right? If you remember, the entry price is this, the stop loss is very tight at this, and here was the target. So around more than 3 hour is hit in just 3 days, 3 to 4 days, right? Fantastic trade in IndusInd Bank comes to an end. It was a swing trade, should have been exited completely. Okay. The other stock, Genus Power, where it was discussed last week, where we were here, it was discussed on 3rd October session, right? 3rd October Sunday it was discussed, where we were here, right? And I was impressed with the volumes that was coming in, and I was also impressed with this pattern, right? One big candle and it was drifting up, right? And there is this resistance here, right? So we preempted the breakout. I entered right before the breakout. I said you can enter straight away. Again, here it was a very tight stop loss. I said to put stop loss at 71 levels, maybe. Yeah, this would be the stop loss. So again, I think around 2 hours should have been hit here, and I feel that this stock is still strong. There is no problem as such, because all these 4 candles that have formed down, which are coming down, are on low volumes, right? You can see, and no such bearishness is seen. It is just small minor pullback, and again we will see an up move. That is what I predict, right? We will see means that is what I predict. When I say we will see, it does not mean it will happen as exactly as it is, right? Hope you understand that. That is what I predict, that price will after this small pullback is over, price will again resume this trend up, so you can keep holding on to this trade. There is no such issue. Genus Power. Next stock, MCX. Yeah, we again predicted the breakout here, right? I took you to the 75-minute. Let me first show you the weekly chart. Weekly chart, we could see that MCX was in a range, right? This was a big range that it was forming for about 1 year, more than a year, right? And then we went to the 75 minutes chart, where I saw this volume started to pick up, right? Here you see the volume started to pick up. We observed that in the session. MCX was discussed, just for your reference, MCX was discussed on 26th September session, so that you can just have a look at that 26th September को हमने MCX discuss किया था, and I said, where we were somewhere here on this candle, I said once it breaches this level, that is 1680 maybe, yeah, this level 1670, 1680 levels, you can go long in MCX, right? Obviously the stop loss has to be here on a daily closing basis. That's what I must have said. I do not remember. This would be the stop loss, very tight, right? Even if you would have a broader stop loss, and also the move you captured here was very big, right? And then we saw a weekly breakout, right? A weekly breakout out of the range. So high risk reward trade here, right? Let's say your stop loss is here, and it has moved around 6 hour, right? 6 hour is achieved in MCX. We have predicted the breakout very successfully. MCX is also shared in ECTM channel, not quite so early, but when it was breaking out, right? So still holding MCX, and the chart looks perfect, and I think Now it is poised to move further up, and a new leg of uptrend will begin from here, and a lot of upsides will be seen here. MCX is very good. Just a minute. Okay. Next stock which we have to follow up is Century Ply. Century Ply. The stock was shared on 26th September. This is the daily chart. Yeah. So the stock was shared here on this candle, right? Where it had just given a breakout, right? And here also 2R is achieved. Stop loss was at 427. Yeah, very tight stop loss. Yeah, stop loss was given at 427. The trade was something like this. You buy here, your stop loss was at 427 on a daily closing, and the stock has more than, it's around 2.5 hour has been hit already. Century Ply. Again, this stock is very strong. If you have booked partial gains, you can continue to hold the remaining quantity, right? And try to maximize the gains. Right? See, exiting is an art. It cannot be, exact rules cannot be given. It is an art. Buying is relatively easier than selling, right? Once you are in profits, booking profits is an art. Try to maximize the gains, you will learn. Okay. Another stock, Sagar Cement. This stock was discussed here on 26th September again. And just a minute. And this was the first target, the resistance here, right, which has been hit. Again, the stock is strong, no issues as such. And again, a breakout should come here and the stock will move higher. Keep on holding it. If you are holding, I think there is no issue in Sagar Cements as well. And last one, Lemon Tree. See, Lemon Tree was actually discussed on 14th March session. यानी मार्च में डिस्कस किया था बहुत ही पहले, right? On the weekly basis, right? We had marked out this resistance and I said once it breaks out of this level, right, then you can go long. But in March we were somewhere here, but it did not break out, made another move down and then came back up and again broke out in the previous week, right? The week ending 3rd October, right? So Lemon Tree was a breakout here, and on the next week it gave a 20% move. Interestingly, this stock was also discussed on Instagram, right? In my profile, if you are following that, Lemon Tree was discussed that it is giving a breakout here on 30th September. Maybe it was discussed. I do not remember exactly, but you can check it out. Maybe it was a story or a post. You will have to see. But again, anyways, I'm sharing that it was given, and it has given a given around 20% move since then. So Lemon Tree has worked also wonderfully well. Thankfully, no stop losses have been hit in the current week. All the stocks are profitable. Few stocks can still be held. There is no target has not been hit. Neither the stop loss has been hit. The other stocks that has seen the targets, we have already covered those, and now we are coming to fresh stocks for the coming week. Okay. Getting many messages. Let me repeat, please. I'll take up your queries afterwards, right? First, let me discuss my charts. See, many people are asking about stocks which are still open. See, when I discuss a stock in the current week, right? Let's say in the next week, the stop loss has also not been hit and the target has also not been hit, right? So in that case, I will not be discussing that stock in the next week, right? Rather, I would be discussing those stocks where either the stop loss has been hit or the target has been hit, right? Those stocks that are still open, there is no point in discussing them because we are discussing around maybe 7-10 stocks every week, right? So again, if I take up the same stocks in the next week and the next week till the time it is open, till the time they are open, it will waste a lot of time, right? So that's why you have to be patient. Once you have analyzed using this chart whisper session, and once you have done your own analysis and taken a trade, right, you have to be patient. Either the stop loss has been hit or the target has been hit. You have to be patient till that and follow the plan. Once a development has taken place, then I will cover up that stock in the relevant chart whispers session. Amit Bisht is asking about Triveni Engineering stop loss hit, I think. Let me see. Triveni Engineering was discussed. Yeah, Triveni Engineering was discussed maybe in the previous week. Let me see. Here is the daily chart. Where it was discussed. I think it was discussed on here. No. I think it was discussed on 31. Yeah, here. Yeah, Triveni Engineering was discussed here on 3rd October. On 3rd October session. In the previous session only it was discussed, right? So if you would have entered here, how can the stop loss be? See, please do not give false information and do not waste our time, please. See, this stock is still open. Where is the stop loss? In fact, it is in profit right now, right? Please do not waste such time. It is not worthwhile discussing such things, right? Be patient. As I said, watch episodes again and again, and then you'll understand properly. Okay, fine. Chalo. Now let's discuss fresh stocks. Let's start with Maharashtra Bank. Now I observed in the previous week that some banking stocks are gaining some momentum, like Maharashtra Bank. If you look at the 75 minutes chart, look at this, right? Look at this. No doubt, this is the ideal breakout line, right? This is the ideal breakout line, and then again, there are few good resistances on the way, with the major resistance being this one, right? This is the 75 minutes chart, friends, right? This is the 75 minutes chart. Maharashtra Bank, it is in a downtrend in the 75 minutes, and now you see wide swings, right? Such things happen before trend reversal ideally, and you see this big volume candle that came in, and price is just making W bottom kind of a thing at the resistance, right? So this stock is making a momentum. Just hold, I'll give you the idea properly, but just I'm showing you the chart of few banks, right? Maharashtra Bank, then comes this Bank of Baroda. Look at this 75 minute chart. Look at this big candle, breakout candle, I think it is. Yes. Let's go to the daily chart. Yeah, on the daily chart, let me switch to the line chart. Okay, there is this minor resistance which you can observe here, right? You can see this minor resistance here on the line chart, and then that is broken out. Also, this major resistance here is taken out slightly. So Bank of Baroda has given a breakout of two areas. It has still potential to go till 95, 96 levels, right? So again, I'm sharing you just the stocks, right? Just I'm letting you observe the stocks, how the prices are moving. Bank of Baroda, again, you can see it is in a momentum currently. Look at the chart. Then comes the City Union Bank. Look at the 75 minutes chart. Look at this recent price action. In this case, the breakout has taken place. Let me zoom it out. And if I draw a few resistances here, this would be the resistance, right? And you see this resistance has been clearly taken out, right? By a good margin, right? So City Union Bank, already the breakout has taken place. So what I'm saying is few banks are making a move, gaining momentum, right? And I think those banks are low priced candidates, right? Like Canara Bank, Maharashtra Bank, Bank of Baroda, all those are priced within 200 levels. I'm liking the structure of City Union Bank the most, so I'll select this chart to be the trading idea for the week, right? It has given a clean breakout, right? Completely sustained the breakout. You can buy, it can be bought straight away right now. The stop loss has to be placed at this level at 161. 161 should be the good stop loss on a daily closing basis. That should be the stop loss, and you can expect a good move here. Obviously here is the resistance, if you can see this, right? So let us calculate the risk reward ratio. Let's say you entered here, let's say this is the stop loss, let's say this is the target. So risk reward is quite fine, more than 2, right? City Union Bank is a good idea. It can be traded based on this big W bottom pattern which you can see and a clean breakout. Bank of Maharashtra is relatively weak. It has not yet broken out, just like City Union Bank. Right. Sure. And, next stock I'd like to take up is Jaiswal Lanco. Again, this is this one would be the high risk, high reward candidate, right? Okay, Trading Bull is asking about Canara Bank or query Canara Bank. Yeah, Canara Bank we had covered up in one of the previous sessions, and I said I will be interested, but after a pullback, right? So Canara Bank is currently making a pullback. It has given a nice pullback and a nice candle as well. Let me look at the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, you are seeing a good pattern, a breakout of this pattern, right? Breakout of this pattern, and one candle has just passed after the breakout. Canara Bank also looks strong, no questions about that, looks strong. But I'll be focusing on the other banks right now. Canara Bank can be preferred for if you are a mid-term trader. If you'd like to hold for multiple weeks or multiple months, then I think Canara Bank would be good from the higher charts, higher time frame charts, right? Weekly chart. And maybe your target would be around 225. This stock we have covered, we have discussed in one of the previous sessions, so you can have a look at that session. Okay. Fine. I was discussing which stock? Jaiswal Lanco Industries. Heavy momentum. Look at the move from this 2 rupee to 26, around 830% move. Given a pullback, making a W bottom, a clean W bottom pattern, and look at the volume now. Certainly, everything is strong about Jaiswal Lanco. Only thing is it is very stretched, right, in the trend. But anyways, we cannot predict the top of a trend. So rather than predicting the top of the trend and being worrying about that, we should rather go with the trend and capture as long as the trend is in place, right? That's how I trade. So this is the resistance which you can clearly see. A W bottom pattern also you can clearly see. We just mark it out for you, right? This is a W bottom pattern, right? And small pullback, and we go here we go. It would be a big move. Now here you can see it is completely going in circuits. It goes in upper circuits, right? It moves in upper circuits and lower circuits. If you see the chart, hopefully, luckily, there are when it is moving down, it is not making the lower circuits every time, but when it is moving up, more often than not, it is giving upper circuits. So that is a good point for buyers, right? That when it is moving down, it is giving you a chance to exit, right? But look at this recent 3-4 candles. Once it has hit the resistance, it has taken a halt. But you see sellers are not able to push the price down. Rather, price has sustained at the same level, and the candles are very positive. Look at this, both these candles are very good, right? Price action is fine, and volumes are also good. I think it has the chance, it is a higher probability to break out of this zone. So it can be bought, I would prefer to have a very tight stop loss, right? Very tight stop loss at this level on a daily closing basis, right? But you have to be very cautious, right? We have to be very alert here. You have to exit whenever you see if you see any good amount of weakness, you do not hesitate to exit such stocks, right? Because these are circuit stocks. So here in this case, your stop loss comes to around 7%, right? And for the target, let me zoom out the chart. I see resistance at 29 levels, and no major resistance, but as an average resistance at 29 levels. So around 13% move should be an easy thing. But if the move starts, if it indeed breaks out, then I don't think you should settle for just 13-14% move. I think you should settle for at least 40-50% here, because this stock has a tendency to make big moves, right? So once your stop loss is respected and once the price breaks out from this, it will be a high reward trade for you, right? So just while Lanco is a good idea to trade. IG Petrochemical, this stock is I selected from the weekly perspective. Look at the weekly chart, all-time high levels broken out. It is a chemical stock, I think. I think it is a chemical stock. Look at the volumes and look at the clean breakout. Can buy with a midterm perspective if you're holding for months, 3 to 10, 12 months, right? And the stop loss will be around 740 on a weekly closing basis, and you can ride the move, a clean stock with the sector being strong. Right, again, the example of same sector, Tata Chemicals, look at the weekly chart. Let me go to the daily. It is in a clean uptrend, right? Clean uptrend. So again, I'm not giving you an idea here, but just referring to this chemical sector, it is going strong. Tata Chemical, no points of concern here. Now let's come to another sector, that is IT sector. That is recently it was recently it was taking a halt. It had a phenomenal move, and few weeks it just few days or few weeks it took a halt, right? There was no steam in the sector. It was just consolidating, taking a pause, halt before moving further. And now again, last week I saw many IT stocks, almost all IT stocks making a move, good IT stocks making a move, momentum. So one such stock which is in a good structure right now is Route Mobile. I think it is in the IT sector only. I'm not sure. I just need to confirm, but let's consider it. The chart is good, and it has given a breakout here. You can buy straight away with a stop loss at 1970 on a daily, 1980 rather on a daily closing basis. Your stop loss would be at around 6 to 7%. You can at least aim for a breakout of this zone and a move up, right? On a weekly chart also, you see the stock is very strong. No points of concern from the weekly perspective as well. So even if you buy the stock and hold it for a few months as well, you should see good amount of returns in Route Mobile, looking at the weekly trend that it is carrying. Another IT stocks, let me just show you a few IT stocks here. Exchanging Solution, look at this momentum. Let me go to the 75 minutes chart so that you can see the momentum recently. See, this is the zone and broken out of this zone. Look at the chart, look at the volume that is taken place. Another stock is Zensar. It had a very deep pullback, and then look at the momentum in the on Friday, I think, right? On Friday only this momentum has taken place, right? Again, another stock, LTI, Larsen and Toubro Infotech. We made a very good amount of money in this one in futures in Trade with Afzal mentorship program. It was a very nice trade. And look at this again, it has given this minor area breakout, right? If you look at the daily chart, it is in a clean uptrend. Yeah, this stock can be considered to be a good trading idea. Look at this clean candle that comes out of this zone, a clean bullish candle that comes out of this zone. You can go ahead and can be bought here with a stop loss at this level, 5850 on a daily closing basis. If it comes back down and closes below this, or rather place a stop loss slightly below, let 5800, right? Round figure 5800 should be a good stop loss on a daily closing basis. Just a minute. Yes, so that's how we can trade, and first target should be this one at 6,450 levels. Another IT stock, KPI Technologies. See, again in a good structure, making this breakout in a minor breakout, right? But not so interesting than the other guys. Another stock, India Mart, not exactly the IT sector, but kind of an aggregator thing. But yeah, this stock was initially discussed by us here on this candle, right? On this stock was discussed on which day? I do not remember. Yeah, maybe this candle or this candle. We discussed this stock, and I said this was the first target. I think this stock was discussed on 5th of September. You can just open up the 5th of September chart whisper session and see where I said this has broken out of this zone and this should be the ideal first target, and see exactly it hit that target and went down, and started to consolidate. It started to build base, right? And once again, now it has given this clean bullish candle which has closed above all the previous 7-8 candles, right? So this is again very bullish. Now it is very possible that after making such a bullish candle, it can take a small break, maybe of 1 or 2 candle, and then bam, it will move up like this and break out, right? So you can just straight away buy here and place a stop loss here, 8150 on a daily closing basis, right? If you are not already into this trade, then this is another fresh trade idea, right? Looking at this clean momentum, the price is surely to break out, right? Very high probability. Realty sector, construction, turnkey projects, these are all again shining. DB Realty is one such. Look at the weekly chart. This is the weekly resistance, zigzag, and carrying great amount of volumes now. Very high probability that it will break out. Let's observe another realty stocks like Prestige Estates. Again, look at the volumes, look at the phenomenal move that it is giving. Another stock in the same sector is Macrotech Developers. There is LODHA, LODHA. It is a newly listed stock, and it is in a clean momentum, right? These 3 stocks have identified, and my favorite one is LODHA. Look at the daily chart, right? If you want to be with the realty sector, then be with the leader. And looking at the chart, this is clearly outperforming all the other charts, and this has broken out of this zone. Clean breakout candle, right? Place your stop loss slightly in the center of this area, right? Somewhere at 1060 levels on a daily closing, and you can keep on riding this move. It has always broken out like this. It has always broken out of the highs and moved up, right? Stock is very nice. So LODHA I prefer from the realty space. Also jewelry stocks like Kalyan Jewelers. Look at the 75 minutes chart. They are creating momentum. Look at this volume. Look at this chart of Goldium International. Look at the volume spiking up here. Look at TBZ. If you remember TBZ, I had a failed trade. If you remember, I had a failed trade in TBZ where I thought that it would break out somewhere here, but it did not break out. Rather, it went down to make another base, another pullback, right? So I had taken a trade here and booked my losses in TBZ in the month of July, maybe, right? July. Once again, it came back down from that down and broke out with good amount of volumes, but I am not convinced with this chart. The breakout is not very, I do not think the breakout is very strong. It does not look very, very strong to me as of now. So I'd rather wait more to see how the price performs. Maybe it will look at this candle, maybe it will go down and then again move up. If it again moves up and breaks out of this zone, then maybe I'll be interested. But in this sector, jewelry sector, this chart, Goldium International, look at this. It is the leader. Look at the daily chart. Right, and now on the 75 minutes chart, you see it is picking up. It is picking up. Look at this volume. It is picking up, and look at this big candle that has come in. So if you want to go with this sector, go with this Goldium International, the strongest one. Can buy straight away. The stop loss can be placed somewhere in the previous lows at 930 levels, and you can ride the move upward. Right, this can again be held on for many weeks, many months, because looking at the trend, it is likely to carry on moving up further. And in the turnkey projects sector, Reliance Industries Infra, this stock has is carrying momentum here. Look at the volume, small look at the volumes here, right? It has picked up, price is moving up, drifting up, right? These are some patterns that I like here. And this is a resistance here, right? Probably it will break out, but let's wait. Maybe it will take a halt here and it falls back down and then comes back up and then breaks out. Then I'm interested in here, right? CDSL, clean bullish candle here after a good amount of time, right? And look at this Look at this upper circuits that has taken place here. Right after the circuits, made another curves and this big green candle here. Right, a swing trade is possible here. Can buy straight away with a stop loss at 1250 on a daily closing, and should be a first target at 1530 levels. Right. So many stocks discussed today's session. Around 7. I think how many ideas are given? 1 CDSL, Goldium 2, Loda 3, India Mart 4, LTI 5, Route 6, IGPL 7, CUB 8, Jaswal 9. I think 8 to 9 ideas are given in this session, right? So you have a good time tracking those. Who is asking? Ashoka Buildcon, Prashant Yadav, please do not mention same queries again and again. Yeah, Ashoka Buildcon is also in a good structure, but the breakout has not taken place. But there are high chances that the breakout will take place looking at the volumes, right? But you should wait. Maybe a small pullback comes here, then breaks out. Right. Yeah, so I'm done discussing my stocks. I had a few things to discuss with you guys. A few things which are part of trading, which many of you will not be able to digest as well. There was an ECTM member. I had an ECTM going. Hello. I hope the network is back. So once again, I'd like to repeat the sentence. So there was an ECTM member. I received a message from him that, sir, all of your stocks that you are mentioning on the Telegram channel, all of your analysis are working wonderfully well, right? Even if the price hits stop loss, the price tends to go up afterwards, right? So that member told me that what I did, sir, was I did not book out at stop losses, and I made around maybe 15-20,000 more in a particular trade. Actually, one of the trade that had failed, that had hit stop loss, but he did not exit. Few of the trades, I would say, which hit stop loss, but he did not exit. And he proudly said that, sir, all of your analysis are working fine. Even if it hits stop loss, I do not exit because I know even if your stocks hit stop loss, they'll move up, right? So this is an absolutely wrong behavior. So even if the price hits stop loss, and even if clearly I've communicated everywhere that when the price hits stop loss, you have to exit. Stop loss means stop loss. You have to exit at that point of time, at that price, and book out losses. It may work for you for few instances. You will see that I'm not booking out losses at stop loss and the price is moving up, and then I'm making profits, or I'm exiting at break even. But 1 or 2 trades will come to you where when the stop loss is hit, and if you do not exit at that moment, you will see that that particular trade becomes your investment. Not even investment, I would say, what do we say? Dead stock, right? In retail business, we say it is dead stock. So slowly and slowly, with such philosophy, you will observe that you keep on holding stocks even if they hit stop losses. Those will be kachara stocks, and they will pile up, and a lot of dead stock will be piled up in your portfolio. And if you keep on holding those, if you keep on holding, see, in ECTM, I give my swing trading ideas, right? So the ideas are generally from 2 days to 15 days, right? Now, if you keep those swing trading ideas for multiple months, then slowly and slowly, you'll see that the dead stock gets accumulated. Your portfolio, a good amount of your money, a capital, gets blocked in dead stock. So you have to consider the opportunity cost here, right? You are keeping your money blocked somewhere, and you are having just, let's say you are blocking 50% in that stock, and now you are left up with just 50%. So your chances of capturing good gains remain on just 50% of your capital, right? As a trader, as a swing trader, short-term trader, that is not at all acceptable. As a trader, we have to keep on rotating the money fast. Turnover badhna chahiye, right? And the turnover should have up, and your trading style method should have a positive expectancy, right? But people do not understand this. They just keep on holding the stock. They get emotionally attached to the stock. They get emotionally attached to me, my analysis, and they say that Afzal has given this stock. He has analyzed this stock. Even if it's its stop loss, we have to hold it. It has to move up. See, understand this. Currently, the markets are such that all the stocks are moving up, right? I am not some magician that I am giving such great analysis, right? It is just that the market conditions are very favorable. And see, my style of identifying stocks are with the trend, with the momentum, right? So obviously, they will tend to move up. But you have to also understand that when Afzal is giving you some ideas, Afzal is only giving you the stop loss, right? So when I say this is the stop loss, you have to exit on that at that price, right? So you have to respect both my words here, right? So my sincere request to all of you, for all the members who are in the ECTM program, OLFM program, or the Trade with Afzal program, right? Or the Chart Whispers who are attending this Chart Whispers session and are trading by using the analysis, the things that we discuss here, or you are trading from my Telegram channel, my humble request is to understand risk management, follow the stop loss, right? 2 or 3 trades will destroy your entire gains of the years, and I do not want to let that happen with you, right? So I'm again and again warning you, please understand this. Okay, few queries. Stand with Right is asking about, one query is repetitive about Padamji paper. PDMG. Yeah, few days back I saw paper stocks in momentum, right? And I found this to be a good outperforming stock in the paper sector. So I also bought it, but I have to admit the entry was very late on my part as well, because look at this move, already moved up by 22% and I'm entering there, right? But anyways, I went little optimistic here, looking at the momentum that the paper sector was carrying with it. So I entered it, and on the very next day, it moved up by around 5-6%, right? And then fell back down, making a pullback, right? Currently, nothing wrong with this. Everything is fine. I'm holding this. Let's see how it performs, right? So nothing, no updates, right? Let's let it either hit the target or hit the stop loss. I'll see. I have my own plan and I'll follow this. Okay, Maninder Khurana is asking a good question. I don't understand closing daily basis. See, stop loss, Maninder, a good question. Many of you will not be knowing this. When I say stop loss on a daily closing basis, it means that, let's say this is the chart, and let's say I say the stop loss has to be placed on a daily closing basis at 45. It means that only if the price closes below 45 on that particular day, I have to exit it, right? So I have to check this at 3:25 p.m. when the market is getting closed. If at 3:25 p.m. the price is trading below 45, only then I will exit. This is done to ensure that many days what happens is, look at this candle. There is this, okay, let me draw this. On many days what happens is, let's say like this, the candle is like this, and we have this wick. Right? Yeah, you know about this. So we do not want to get taken out on this wick, right? We'll wait for the close. This is the meaning of daily closing basis. So you have to see the stop loss only at 3:25 p.m. when the day is coming to an end. Okay. Please share your views. And IRCTC is in much news right now. Look at this chart. Certainly, I will not enter this stock right now. Certainly, because it is completely extended. These are the times where you should exit the stock if you are already holding, right? Because when you see such kinds of extended move, you expect to see some sort of pullback, and then maybe it will move up, right? Just like here, you see in the chart, just like this pullback, right? Just like this pullback, this, right? All this you see, that's how price moves. So certainly currently is not a good time to enter. Shivam K is asking about FSL. FSL, we had our stop loss, right? We had discussed this here, and then we had a stop loss, made a base, Again, this is an IT guy. Yeah, the breakout is very possible. Look at the volume that has picked up, and the structure is also good. Yeah, FSL looks good. The breakout is very, very possible. Once it had a stop loss, right? We tried to go for this breakout, and you see IT was in a consolidation in the previous week, and then on Thursday, Friday, we saw some good momentum in the IT stocks, which can also be seen in the first shows in this FSL 7th October and 8th October candle. Look good. Few people are asking about okay. Am I audible now? I think there is some issue with the network. Let me see the speed of the internet. Speed is absolutely fine. I hope my voice is back. Yeah. Yeah, so what we were discussing last before the screen got phrased. Oh, is it that the screen got stuck since we were discussing Ashoka Buildcon? Oh, okay, fine. It is still stuck. So I do not know why this has happened. My internet is fine, maybe because of some issue with the server of this platform that I'm using called StreamYard. Okay, fine. What I'll do is we will end the session then. Already 50 minutes have passed, and I hope this recording works well for you guys, right? I hope the recording is well for you guys. Let's see. But anyways, all the ideas that I had to discuss are discussed. Only the query section had some issues. We will do queries keep coming in, and we will see those in the next session, right? So yeah, and one more announcement today. I'll give you one very great stock, which is my handpicked chart, and the chart I will post on Twitter. It will be a chart buster stock, and I'll keep on coming up with very, very exceptionally great charts that I feel I should put it up for you, right? And stay connected at around 7 or 8 p.m. on Twitter. I'll post those charts. Let me know if you like the chart and if you like that idea of sharing those, right? So you can just stay connected on Twitter. Also stay connected on Telegram channel. And that's all for today. Happy learning, happy trading, and goodbye.